Preparing for your New Jersey DMV permit test? Congratulations! You've come to the right channel. On this channel, you'll find everything you need to pass on your first try. Guaranteed. This mock test includes 50 questions, just like the real exam. You'll need 40 correct answers to pass. Quick tip, don't miss the last 8 road sign questions. They're important and can earn you easy points in your exam. All questions are based on the official study guide. Keep track of your score and let us know in the comments how many you got right. Let's get started. Question 1. New Jersey law prohibits add-on tinting on A. Windshields and front side windows. B. Back windows. C. Rear passenger side windows. D. Rear side windows. The correct answer is A. Windshields and front side windows. Explanation: New Jersey law prohibits add-on tinting on windshields and front side windows. Question 2. After starting the engine, how should a motorist make sure the path is clear? A. By checking the rearview mirrors only. B. By checking the GPS for directions. C. By honking the horn before moving. D. By turning and looking back to check for pedestrians and less visible vehicles. The correct answer is D. By turning and looking back to check for pedestrians and less visible vehicles. Explanation: After starting the engine, a motorist should make sure their path is clear by turning and looking back to check for pedestrians and less conspicuous vehicles, such as bicycles and mopeds. They must never fully depend on the rearview mirror. Question 3. Where should children 12 and under sit in an airbag-equipped vehicle? A. The front seat. B. The back seat. C. The bed of a pickup truck. D. They should not ride in an airbag-equipped vehicle. The correct answer is B. The back seat. Explanation: Children aged 12 and under should always ride in the back seat of a vehicle equipped with airbags. Airbags are designed for adults and can deploy with great force, which could seriously injure a child in the front seat during a crash. Question 4. When should you use your headlights? A. 1/2 hour after sunset to 1/2 hour before sunrise. B. On an open street, if there are no other cars nearby. C. In foggy or adverse weather conditions. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation: Use your headlights 1/2 hour after sunset to 1/2 hour before sunrise. 2. Use high beams on an open street if no other cars are nearby. 3. Use low beams in adverse weather conditions such as fog or rain. Question 5. What should you do if your turn signals and brake lights are not working? A. You should drive slowly. B. You should stop driving immediately. C. You should use hand and arm signals. D. You should turn on your headlights instead. The correct answer is C. You should use hand and arm signals. Explanation: If your turn signals and brake lights are not working, use hand and arm signals. Question 6. When can you use your horn with a sharp blast? A. When you lose control of your vehicle and are moving toward someone. B. When you're at the risk of being hit by another vehicle. C. When a child is about to run into the street. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation: you can sound a sharp blast on your horn when another vehicle is in danger of hitting you, when a child is about to run into the street, and when you have lost control of your vehicle and are moving toward someone. Question 7. What can you do to avoid rear-end collisions when driving behind another car? A. Watch for brake lights on the cars several vehicles ahead. B. Leave plenty of space between your car and the car ahead of you as a safety cushion. C. Watch for a shrinking distance between your car and the one ahead. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation: rear-end collisions are a major driving problem. They can be avoided if you follow a few simple rules. 1. Watch for brake lights on the 4 or 5 cars down the line. It will increase your response time. Shift your foot to the brake pedal as soon as you see brake lights go on ahead, so you can stop if needed. 2. Watch for shrinking distance between your car and the one ahead. It's a sure sign of danger. 3. Above all, leave plenty of space between your car and the car ahead of you as a safety cushion. Question 8. You are approaching a vehicle stopped at a crosswalk from behind. What should you do? A. Pass the vehicle carefully. B. Assume the driver is waiting for a turn. C. Assume pedestrians may be crossing and prepare to stop. D. Honk and drive around the vehicle quickly. The correct answer is C. Assume pedestrians may be crossing and prepare to stop. Explanation: if a vehicle is stopped at a crosswalk, the driver approaching from behind should assume pedestrians may be crossing, even if they are not immediately visible. Question 9. What should you do when your vehicle is being passed by a motorcycle? A. Change lanes to the right. B. Maintain your lane position and do not increase your speed. C. Speed up to match the motorcycle's speed. D. Move to the left to give more space. The correct answer is B. Maintain your lane position and do not increase your speed. Explanation: when your vehicle is being passed by a motorcycle, maintain your lane position and speed. Question 10. Can drivers pass motorcyclists in the same lane? A. Yes, if there is enough room. B. Yes, but only at low speeds. C. No. Drivers must use a separate lane to pass. D. Only when the motorcyclist waves them through. The correct answer is C. No. Drivers must use a separate lane to pass. Explanation: when passing a motorcyclist, a driver must pass in an adjacent lane. Drivers are not permitted to occupy the same lane as a motorcyclist while passing them. Question 11. When driving behind a motorcycle, A. Drive as close as possible to increase visibility. B. Maintain the same following distance as with other vehicles. C. Leave plenty of room between your vehicle and the motorcycle. D. Tailgate the motorcycle to ensure it stays in sight. The correct answer is C. Leave plenty of room between your vehicle and the motorcycle. Explanation: you should always leave plenty of room between your vehicle and a motorcycle. Motorcycles can stop more quickly than cars, so keeping extra distance helps prevent rear-end collisions and gives you more time to react safely. Question 12. What should you do when a truck is passing you? A. Keep to the far side of your lane and slow down. B. Speed up to stay ahead. C. Move to the left side of your lane and honk. D. Stop your vehicle immediately. The correct answer is A. Keep to the far side of your lane and slow down. Explanation: when a truck is passing you, you can help the driver by keeping to the far side of your lane and slightly reducing your speed. Question 13. How should you approach an intersection that already has a yellow light? A. Speed up to beat the red light. B. Slow down and prepare to stop. C. Ignore it and continue at the same speed. D. Stop only if there are cars behind you. The correct answer is B. Slow down and prepare to stop. Explanation: if the light has been green for a while, be prepared to stop when it turns yellow. Question 14. When should you cross or turn at an intersection? A. Immediately after stopping. B. After checking your phone for directions. C. After yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in or approaching the intersection. D. When other vehicles are already turning. The correct answer is C. After yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in or approaching the intersection. Explanation: you must always yield to pedestrians and to vehicles in or approaching the intersection when crossing or turning at an intersection. Question 15. You are at a multiple track crossing and the last cart of a train passes. What should you do? A. Proceed immediately across the tracks. B. Wait for the gates to partially rise before crossing. C. Check for other trains coming from either direction on any track. D. Honk your horn and drive across. The correct answer is C. Check for other trains coming from either direction on any track. Explanation: when you are at a multiple track crossing and the train's last car passes by, don't go until you're sure no other train is coming on another track from either direction. Finding this video helpful? Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support helps us create more practice videos to get you test ready. Now, let's get back to it. Question 16. When can you turn left on a red light? A. Anytime after stopping. B. Only when turning from a one-way road onto another one-way road. C. If there's no oncoming traffic. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. Only when turning from a one-way road onto another one-way road. Explanation: you may turn left from a one-way road onto another one-way road at a red light only after coming to a complete stop and ensuring that the way is clear. Always yield to pedestrians and oncoming traffic. Question 17. What should you do when crossing railroad tracks in a vehicle with a manual transmission? A. Shift gears frequently to maintain speed. B. Shift to the highest gear. C. Avoid shifting gears while crossing the tracks. D. Shift down and change gears rapidly. The correct answer is C. Avoid shifting gears while crossing the tracks. Explanation: if your vehicle has a manual transmission, shift down before you start crossing. Never change gears while crossing the tracks. Question 18. On a dual-lane highway, what should a driver do if a school bus is stopped on the opposite side of a safety island or raised median to load or unload passengers? A. Stop completely. B. Slow down to 10 miles per hour. C. Maintain current speed. D. Change lanes and proceed with caution. The correct answer is B. Slow down to 10 miles per hour. Explanation: on a dual-lane highway, if a motorist is on the opposite side of a safety island or raised median from a stopped school bus that is loading or unloading passengers, they don't have to stop, but they must slow down to 10 miles per hour for safety. Question 19. What should you do before backing up or out of a parking space? A. Check for children around your vehicle. B. Look over your shoulders while backing. C. Check in front of and behind the vehicle before getting in. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation: before you back up or back out of a parking space, ensure the following. 1. Check in front of and behind the vehicle before you get in. 2. If children are with you or nearby, account for their location. Ensure they are at a safe distance from your vehicle and clearly visible before you begin to move. 3. Check your blind spots. As an additional safety measure, look over your right and left shoulders once more while backing up. Question 20. What should you do if cars keep passing you on the right on the highway? A. Speed up to stay ahead. B. Move to the right lane and let others pass on the left. C. Stay in your lane no matter what. D. Move in the middle of the road. The correct answer is B. Move to the right lane and let others pass on the left. Explanation: if you find yourself continually being passed on the right, it's a sign that you are traveling slower than the flow of traffic in your lane. To maintain a smooth traffic flow, move to the right lane and allow other vehicles to pass you on the left. Question 21. You are not allowed to pass a vehicle when you are A. In a no-passing zone. B. Crossing or within 100 feet of an intersection or railroad grade crossing. C. Crossing the shoulder of the highway, either to the right or left. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation: you may not pass a vehicle when 1. There is no passing zone. 2. You are crossing or are within 100 feet of an intersection or railroad grade. 3. You are crossing the shoulder of the highway, either to the right or to the left. Question 22. You can cross the double solid yellow lines. A. Any time. B. When turning left at the intersection or into driveways. C. When turning right at the intersection. D. During rush hours. The correct answer is B. When turning left at the intersection or into driveways. Explanation: double solid yellow lines indicate that crossing is generally not allowed. However, you may cross it when turning left at an intersection or into a driveway. Question 23. It is illegal to park: A. On a crosswalk. B. In any place where official signs prohibit stopping or parking. C. In front of a public or private driveway. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation: parking is illegal in front of driveways, on crosswalks, and in any location where signs indicate stopping is not allowed. Question 24. After parking, when can you open your roadside door? A. Immediately after stopping. B. After making sure it's safe and clear of traffic or cyclists. C. Only if an adult is getting out of that door. D. Never open your roadside door. The correct answer is B. After making sure it's safe and clear of traffic or cyclists. Explanation: after successfully parallel parking, you are allowed to open a door on the roadside of your vehicle, but you should do so cautiously and with awareness of your surroundings. Question 25. What should you do if you miss your exit on the freeway? A. Stop and reverse to reach the exit. B. Make a U-turn on the freeway. C. Pull over and wait for a break in traffic. D. Continue to the next exit. The correct answer is D. Continue to the next exit. Explanation: if you miss an exit, simply take the next exit. Do not stop or reverse on the freeway. Don't have time to study every test question? No worries, we've got you covered. You can get ready in less than 1 hour and pass the New Jersey DMV permit test guaranteed. Get our premium cheat sheet with 150 must-know questions. Tap the link above to download now. You can also grab it from the description below. Question 26. How can you prevent fatigue on a long trip? A. Drink energy drinks. B. Avoid stopping until your destination. C. Get good rest, take breaks, and share driving. D. Drive overnight for less traffic. The correct answer is C. Get good rest, take breaks, and share driving. Explanation: to prevent fatigue on a long trip, it's important to get enough sleep before you go. Consider sharing the driving with a companion, take regular breaks, and stay hydrated while eating healthy snacks to maintain your energy levels. Question 27. What is prohibited while operating a motor vehicle? A. Using handheld cell phones. B. Texting. C. Using electronic communications. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation: the law prohibits texting or using handheld cell phones or other electronic communication devices while operating a motor vehicle. Question 28. What should you do if you hear an ambulance siren nearby? A. Speed up to clear the area. B. Immediately come to a complete stop in your lane. C. Pull over to the right and stop until it's safe. D. Turn left to get out of the way. The correct answer is C. Pull over to the right and stop until it's safe. Explanation. When you hear an ambulance siren nearby, your first response should be to pull over to the right side of the road and come to a complete stop. Only resume driving once you are certain the ambulance is not headed toward you. It is crucial to provide a clear path for emergency vehicles to pass. Question 29. What should you do if caught driving in fog? A. Drive slowly and turn on your high beam headlights. B. Turn off headlights to save power. C. Speed up to get out quickly. D. Drive slowly and turn on your low beam headlights. The correct answer is D. Drive slowly and turn on your low beam headlights. Explanation. Before you drive and during your trip, check weather forecasts. If there is a fog warning, delay your trip until it clears. If you are caught driving in fog, follow these safe driving tips. 1. Slow down gradually and drive at a speed that suits the conditions. 2. Make sure the full lighting system of your vehicle is turned on. 3. Use your low beam headlights. High beams reflect off the moisture droplets in the fog, making it harder to see. Question 30. What should you do when your windshield wipers suddenly stop working during rain or snow? A. Slow down, pull to a safe area off the roadway, and turn on your emergency flashers. B. Speed up to reach your destination quickly. C. Come to a complete stop in the middle of the road. D. Stop after every half a mile to wipe off the windshield. The correct answer is A. Slow down, pull to a safe area off the roadway, and turn on your emergency flashers. Explanation. If your windshield wipers suddenly stop working when you're driving in rainy or snowy conditions, you should slow down, pull to a safe area off the roadway, and turn on your emergency flashers. Question 31. What should you do if your gas pedal sticks? A. Turn on your hazard light, shift down, and come to a complete stop. B. Pull the clutch completely and try to press the gas pedal. C. Turn on your turn signals, shift up, and try to increase your speed. D. Immediately turn off the engine. The correct answer is A. Turn on your hazard light, shift down, and come to a complete stop. Explanation. First, try to lift the pedal by slipping your foot under it. Do not reach down with your hands while the vehicle is moving. If this does not work, turn on your hazard lights, shift to neutral, and stop as soon as you safely can, preferably off the road. Question 32. What is one way to signal an emergency if you stop on the highway? A. Turn on wipers. B. Turn on interior lights. C. Lift the hood or tie a cloth to the left door. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Lift the hood or tie a cloth to the left door. Explanation. If you need to stop because of vehicle trouble, lift the hood to signal an emergency only if it is safe to do so. Question 33. Is it legal to wear headsets or earplugs in both ears while driving? A. Yes, always. B. No, except for music. C. Yes, if it's for navigation. D. No, unless you're deaf or hard of hearing. The correct answer is D. No, unless you're deaf or hard of hearing. Explanation. It is against the law to wear a headset or earplugs in both ears while driving. Drivers who are deaf or hard of hearing can adjust their driving habits accordingly. Question 34. What should you do if smoke is coming from under your vehicle's hood? A. Keep driving until it clears. B. Pour water on the engine. C. Pull over, turn off the ignition, and exit safely. D. Honk the horn for help. The correct answer is C. Pull over, turn off the ignition, and exit safely. Explanation. If you see smoke coming from under the hood of your vehicle, it indicates a potential fire or mechanical issue. To respond safely, you should pull off the road to a safe location, turn off the ignition to prevent fuel from feeding the fire, exit the vehicle, and maintain a safe distance. The next step is to call the fire department to report the situation and request professional assistance. Question 35. What should you do if a vehicle is approaching head-on in your lane? A. Speed up to pass quickly. B. Honk and swerve left. C. Slow down, pull right, and sound your horn. D. Flash headlights. The correct answer is C. Slow down, pull right, and sound your horn. Explanation. When faced with an oncoming vehicle in your lane, the safest course of action is to decrease your speed as quickly as possible. Pull over to the right side of the road and sound your horn to alert the other driver to the imminent danger. Question 36. When are drivers perceived to be driving under the influence of alcohol considered intoxicated? A. When their blood alcohol concentration is 0.08 or higher. B. When their blood alcohol concentration is 0.10 or higher. C. When their blood alcohol concentration is 0.05 or higher. D. When their blood alcohol concentration is 0.15 or higher. The correct answer is A. When their blood alcohol concentration is 0.08 or higher. Explanation. Drivers are considered to be driving under the influence of alcohol when their blood alcohol concentration is 0.08 or higher. Question 37. What is the safest choice if you have consumed alcohol socially and plan to drive afterward? A. Drink coffee to sober up. B. Wait an hour before driving. C. Arrange for a designated driver who has not been drinking. D. Drive slowly and carefully. The correct answer is C. Arrange for a designated driver who has not been drinking. Explanation. When you've consumed alcohol socially and plan to drive afterward, the safest choice is to arrange for a designated driver who has not been drinking. Question 38. What level of alcohol in your blood can affect concentration, perception, judgment, and memory? A. Alcohol has no effect. B. Any detectable level. C. Above 0.05%. D. Above the legal limit, that is 0.08%. The correct answer is B. Any detectable level. Explanation. Even the smallest amount of alcohol can impact your concentration, perception, judgment, and memory. Question 39. Under state law, refusal to take a breath test is A. permissible. B. Illegal, but only if the person under the influence is above 21. C. Allowed, but discouraged. D. Illegal. The correct answer is D. Illegal. Explanation. Under state law, refusing to take a breath test is illegal because of implied consent laws. These laws state that by driving on public roads, you automatically agree to submit to a breath test if a police officer suspects you of driving under the influence DUI. Question 40. If you suspect you're being pulled over by an unmarked car and are unsure it's a police officer, what should you do? A. Immediately stop wherever you are. B. Speed up and try to outrun the vehicle. C. Slow down and find a well-lit, populated location or the nearest police station to pull over, or call 911. D. Ignore them and continue driving normally. The correct answer is C. Slow down and find a well-lit, populated location or the nearest police station to pull over, or call 911. Explanation. If you cannot identify an unmarked police vehicle and/or the driver as law enforcement, drive slowly and carefully below the speed limit and 1. Pull over at a well-lit, populated location. 2. Drive carefully to the nearest police station and attempt to attract the attention of a uniformed officer. Or 3. Call 911-1. Question 41. What does this arrow signal indicate when flashing? A. Drivers must come to a complete stop and not turn in the direction of the arrow. B. Drivers can turn in the direction of the arrow without yielding to oncoming traffic. C. Drivers must proceed straight ahead and not turn in the direction of the arrow. D. Drivers can turn in the direction of the arrow but should yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. The correct answer is D. Drivers can turn in the direction of the arrow but should yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Explanation. A flashing yellow left arrow indicates that drivers may make a left turn, but they must yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians before proceeding. It allows for an unprotected turn, requiring extra caution. Question 42. What does this red sign typically indicate? A. Drivers should slow down, but not necessarily stop. B. Drivers must come to a complete stop at the sign and proceed only when it is safe. C. Drivers can ignore the sign if there is no traffic. D. Drivers can proceed without stopping if the road is clear. The correct answer is B. Drivers must come to a complete stop at the sign and proceed only when it is safe. Explanation. This regulatory sign requires drivers to come to a complete stop at the stop line, crosswalk, or before entering the intersection. Question 43. What does this sign mean? A. It points to the area where drivers must stop when facing the red light at an intersection. B. It points to the area where drivers can park their vehicles. C. It points to the area that pedestrians can use to cross the street. D. It points to the area that can be used as a bicycle box at an intersection with traffic signals. The correct answer is A. It points to the area where drivers must stop when facing the red light at an intersection. Explanation. This sign provides specific guidance to drivers about where to stop their vehicles when faced with a red traffic light. Question 44. What does this sign indicate? A. Drivers must turn left at the traffic island. B. Drivers must drive to the right-hand side of the traffic island. C. Drivers are allowed to pass the traffic island from either side. D. Parking next to the traffic island is allowed. The correct answer is B. Drivers must drive to the right-hand side of the traffic island. Explanation. This sign near a traffic island indicates that drivers must maneuver their vehicles to the right side of the traffic island to prevent confusion or potential collisions. Question 45. What does this sign indicate? A. There is an unpaved rough road ahead. B. There is a construction zone ahead. C. There is a dead end ahead. D. The road ahead has potholes. The correct answer is A. There is an unpaved rough road ahead. Explanation. This sign alerts drivers that the road ahead may not be paved, or it may be in poor condition with potholes, loose gravel, or other rough features. Drivers should reduce speed, proceed with caution, and be aware of potential hazards that could affect vehicle control or comfort. Question 46. What does this sign indicate? A. Parking is allowed only for disabled individuals. B. There is a hospital nearby for disabled individuals. C. There's a crossing ahead designated for disabled pedestrians. D. The road ahead is only for disabled drivers. The correct answer is C. There's a crossing ahead designated for disabled pedestrians. Explanation. This sign alerts drivers to a crossing specifically designed for disabled pedestrians. Drivers should reduce their speed, stay alert, and yield the right-of-way to pedestrians crossing the road. Question 47. What does this sign indicate? A. There is an upcoming sharp turn. B. There is a school zone ahead. C. The road ahead features a steep downward slope. D. The road ahead is completely flat. The correct answer is C. The road ahead features a steep downward slope. Explanation. This sign warns drivers about a steep hill or downgrade on the road ahead. It alerts them to adjust their speed and prepare their vehicle to handle the slope safely. Question 48. What does a stacked mile marker sign indicate? A. The cumulative miles from the origin point of the road, displayed vertically. B. The maximum speed limit on the highway. C. The total number of exits along the highway. D. The distance to the next rest area. The correct answer is A. The cumulative miles from the origin point of the road, displayed vertically. Explanation. A stacked mile marker sign indicates the cumulative distance in miles from the origin point of a road or highway. The numbers are displayed vertically, with each digit stacked on top of the other. Question 49. What does this road sign indicate? A. Traffic must merge to the left. B. Traffic must merge to the right. C. The road curves to the right ahead. D. The road curves to the left ahead. The correct answer is A. Traffic must merge to the left. Explanation. This sign indicates that traffic will need to merge into the left lane due to lane closures, road work, or other reasons. Drivers should prepare to move left safely when they reach the designated area. Question 50. What do these yellow road markings indicate? A. Parking is allowed in designated areas. B. No parking or stopping is permitted in this area. C. This area is reserved for parking by specific vehicles only. D. This zone is designated for loading and unloading purposes only. The correct answer is B. No parking or stopping is permitted in this area. Explanation. Yellow lines on the road, whether solid or broken, typically indicate restrictions on parking or stopping. Drivers should not park or stop their vehicles in areas marked with yellow lines to avoid violating traffic regulations. Did you pass this mock test? Feel free to share your score in the comments below. If you are struggling, don't worry, we'd love to help you pass your test.